All right, here we go. It's another exciting edition of Talking Scheetz with Baillie and Chris.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I'll ever get to start the podcast? It's my birthday.
Ooh, it is your birthday.
It's another exciting edition of Talking Scheetz with Baillie and Chris. That's my birthday gift?
Yeah, sure.
Even when we got nothing to talk about, there's nowhere I'd rather be. 'Cause there's something about you and me just sitting around talking Scheetz.
Thank you, Dan Davidson. I think he's hanging out in Spain right now, just doing Dan Davidson stuff.
He's living a life. He's going through Europe.
Yeah, just being himself.
Yeah.
Doing his thing. And
probably delighting the people of Spain.
probably
with his
playing
presence.
the Talking Scheetz
I hope
podcast
so.
theme song wherever he goes.
It might sound good in Spanish. We should start doing bilingual versions for the. I think our Spanish listeners is 0.2%. I love to see there is like one person in, I think it's Cambodia, downloads every episode.
Really?
Like you see the like 0.0%. It's like one listener every week in Cambodia. So maybe
Okay.
we should be doing.
So if you're in Cambodia, we are talking to you. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's
All right.
amazing. I like to look at the international listeners. Most of our listeners are in Canada. Some are in the United States. I'm surprised they haven't left.
Yeah.
Considering all the things that you say sometimes. But
Hey,
it's not about the Americans.
at least half of that country agrees with me. So,
I'm
yeah.
just saying. But then there's these random people all over the map that you can see the downloads. It's so interesting. I'm like, what are you getting out of this? But hey, international Scheetz heads, we love you.
What are you getting out of this, Baillie? Don't ask that question.
Well, if you're in Italy, you're listening in Italy. Maybe it's Renato's relatives listening in Italy, but go to the beach. Maybe maybe they're listening at the beach though.
Baillie, what are you doing? Why are you discouraging listeners?
I love the Scheetz heads, and I think that our show is great. I just don't know how well it translates internationally.
Okay.
It's quite Canadian focused.
Reach out to us and tell us. And I'm guessing because, when I worked on Kissin' Country all those years, we had people that listened all over the world, and many of them were originally from Edmonton. So it was like a little piece of home for them.
It could be Edmontonians abroad for sure. That makes sense. But
I doubt if it's an original person from Cambodia that's listening in Cambodia.
I think that sometimes with podcasts, people stumble across them, like on Apple Music or Spotify or whatever. Like they're searching something else and they're like, oh, okay. Like I like to think that someone organically found us and was like, okay, sure, in Cambodia.
Do they speak Cambodian? I assume.
I don't think so.
You don't think it's Cambodian?
No.
Well, this person must speak English, or if not, they really are in for a journey.
Or maybe they translate us. Maybe there's a way to translate us. Maybe we sound smarter in other languages.
All right. Well, let's go. Now that Baillie has definitely told anybody that is in Italy or Cambodia that they're wasting their time listening, I really appreciate that.
The language of Cambodia is called Khmer.
Okay.
Which is the country's official and national language spoken by the Khmer people.
All right. And
so
what's the capital of Cambodia?
Well, I can only type so fast.
How fast can AI give you information?
No, I'm not looking at my AI. You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
Cambodian.
This
is great podcast. Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh.
So Phnom Penh.
It looks beautiful. I'm looking at pictures right now.
It's too beautiful to be listening to the Talking Scheetz podcast.
I'm not discounting our podcast. I'm just wondering how much, when you think about the content of what we're talking about, how much it translates overseas. I guess it does. You know what? Welcome, international Scheetz heads. We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you, local Scheetz heads.
Yes.
We're happy to have all of you.
Wherever you're Scheetzing.
Yes.
If you're watching on YouTube, I've put a laptop on my lap.
Yeah, you're official. You wanted to step up.
I wanted to step up. Again, fall is the time. We said we were going to start this thing in January, and then by fall, not that we haven't meant business, but we mean business now.
Yeah. They say there's like a quote floating around that's like, if you want to start something, do it and make it good later.
Yeah.
So just start it. The hardest part is starting, and I don't think that we haven't made it good, but there's been learning curves along the way and ways to like fine tune what we're doing and organize our thoughts a little bit. Heaven knows we could use that.
Yes.
So I think it's just like taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 33 episodes in, so That's still young in podcast.
It really is. And I keep hearing from people, we have thousands of people that download a week. And if that's the case, which it is the case, some of the numbers are hard to track, but we are in the top 5% of
That's the crazy thing.
podcasts in the world.
When we started this, I kind of thought it was going to be like, I don't know. It is really, really nice and surprising how many people continue to download each week. That's the thing. It's been, if anything, building, which isn't something that I necessarily expected. I thought it would be like, okay, we're gonna have to really work to keep the Scheetz heads in, but they're here.
They're here. But
now we're trying to make it better for them.
We are working to improve the show.
Yes, of course.
And who are we trying to kid? Make a little bit of money.
Hey, heaven knows we could use that.
Well, you know what? You work so hard for this, so I think that you deserve it. So if you want to advertise on the Talking Scheetz podcast.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Put an ad out for advertising.
Yeah, let's find out if it works.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We're open to partnership opportunities.
Yeah.
Social media opportunities.
Yeah. All right.
We're building a fan base, and it's very exciting.
Okay, it really is. Hey, speaking of people that understand that, Canadian Power Pack does. Again, Canadian Power Pack powers the solar at the house, this house, that. I'm going that house. I'm pointing over to the other house here on the Scheetz compound, and they'll do you right. Just tell them Talking Scheetz sent you. Canadian Power Pack will get solar for you just like they've gotten for us, and they give you the good Scheetz this week.
I can't imagine how much power you have generated with your panels this week, particularly.
Yeah, good point. Well, although the air conditioning is just constantly on, it's on overnight.
But it's just the sun is like I feel like the sun is right beside the earth right now.
But that's a very good point.
In Edmonton. I feel like I have solar panels on me. It's powering me. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
It is the hottest, sunniest week of all time.
Yeah, it's true.
Great time to become a solar farmer.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah,
exactly. Canadian Power Pack. All right, let's talk about good Scheetz.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned it earlier in the show. Birthday day.
Yeah, at the time of this release, I'm just pretending it's my birthday today while we're recording, but it's actually the episode is coming out on my birthday. But it's a birthday week, Diva
that's
week.
what threw me off because you're like, my birthday. Oh yeah, like you're right. But yeah,
when this is released, you definitely forgot.
It will be your birthday.
Yes.
1994, September 1st, 1919 p.m. at the Misericordia Hospital. Out you popped, and that was at that time was like the greatest moment of my life. And I tell the story all the time. You popped out, and at that time there were digital cameras, and for whatever reason I decided I was going to take a shot of you. And I remember the nurse was holding you up. I don't think the umbilical cord was cut yet. It wasn't. And I decided I was going to take a shot. I was ahead of the curve when it came to taking annoying pictures instead of enjoying the moments. And it had a flash on it. And you came out, I took the shot, and first of all, you came out and you were looking around like you were 5 years old. I swear.
I was ready to look at the world.
I swear you were. It wasn't like this baby, it was like, I think Karen had a 5-year-old. And I took a picture of you and it flashed and your eyes slammed shut because that was how bright would have that been for somebody that was hanging out for
in the womb in the darkness the whole time? I come out, I see light for the first time, and then boom.
Yeah, exactly. It was like worse than looking at the eclipse. And but it was just, oh my gosh, what a game changer. And now here we are, 31 years later to the day when this is released, and we're doing a podcast together.
I was born camera ready. You might say I was ready.
You had no choice. You had no choice. But that's your good Scheetz?
My good Scheetz is I'm turning 31 years old, and that's my good Scheetz. I think that 31 is a great age. There's a lot of pressure on turning 30. People start to panic. They're in their late 20s. They're like, 30's approaching. I need to have my life together. I need to do all of these things. And then 31, hey, it already happened. Yeah. I don't have to stress about a milestone birthday for another 9 years.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I think that being in your early 30s is a great time. Like I said, your 20s can be stressful. There's so many things that you're figuring out, but I feel like I'm at a place where I'm hanging out, and I don't feel nervous about the birthday. A lot of times on my birthday, and I think that a lot of people can relate to this, maybe particularly a lot of friends that I talk to that are women have this problem as well, where they get really emotional on their birthdays. And it's not about the birthday, but it's about the passage of time and kind of reflecting on where you're at in life. And then these ages, and you're like, oh, I thought I'd be here by now, or I thought I'd be here. I normally cry on my birthdays. Not even necessarily sad or happy. It's just like an emotional day. Last year, for my 30th, I was 2 weeks postpartum with Leona. I cried every day about random stuff and my hormones were crazy, I actually didn't cry on my 30th birthday. I was just trying to survive. I think we got
Right.
like 2 hours of sleep that night. We were in the newborn trenches. I didn't think much about turning 30, which honestly worked out well. But 31, I'm feeling good about it. I think your 30s are a great decade, and yeah, I think that everyone gets stressed about time and where they should be. Just enjoy getting older.
You are where you are.
Yeah, and I feel lucky to be getting older for maybe the first time in my life. So
Okay, interesting. I mean,
30s feels young for you. 31.
ask me. Well, 31 does not feel young for me because I've got a 31-year-old.
Yeah.
That's my mortality moment of the week.
That's crazy. Yeah, we're looking for a sponsor on that one. We're
Yeah,
hoping to
get a funeral home. I
Yeah.
think we're going to do a mark because if you listen to this podcast, you know that sooner or later I talk about death.
Every time.
And
yeah.
so I think that
if it's only once, then that's a good episode.
if there's a funeral home out there that's listening that wants to sponsor the mortality moment, that
or
would
like
be it.
I was going to say a graveyard. I don't know that they have like social media accounts.
Mortality moment brought to you by, I'm not going to throw any of them out because
No, you
there's,
don't
a,
want
there's
to
a lot of funeral
isolate.
homes and
We have options.
and pre-planning your funeral is really a
Yes.
good idea. Then your family doesn't have to worry about it. Then
Yeah.
they know exactly what you're going to do.
If you're listening to us right now in
Yeah.
a funeral home,
Yeah. I'm telling you, we're talking to you.
DM us.
Yeah, exactly.
Haunt us, visit us, whatever.
31 years old.
Yes, I'm excited.
All right. Well, happy birthday, and I can't believe it, but it just is. It is what it is.
It is
and
what it is.
Whatever, right? My good Scheetz is air conditioning. Again, if you're lucky enough, if you're blessed enough to have it, talking about living without it when it's this hot, like it's been in Edmonton for this stretch of weather, air conditioning. What a game changer!
Yeah.
For the world.
Yeah.
Because in the other house before we got air conditioning, again the 2-story up there, it just the heat just rises and it's
I think in Alberta it's getting more common. It's not still super common.
right.
Because it's not hot for many days.
Yeah.
But the days that are hot are so hot. But we have friends that moved here from Ontario or BC, and they're like, places just don't have air conditioning in the same way
Right.
that everywhere does in Ontario, or certainly in other
Ontario,
countries.
the humidity and
it can get
the
crazy.
combination of the humidity
Yeah.
and the heat,
Yeah.
it can get to 40 degrees, right? And that's brutal.
Being lucky, yeah. If you have air conditioning right now, you are one of the lucky ones. That's definitely a good Scheetz.
Yeah, exactly. Really, really enjoy it. Okay, we called it bad sheets before, but as we look at the show and we've got under the hood, so to speak, why wouldn't we call it bull sheets?
Yeah, that was a miss on our part. For
Exactly.
Sure. It's right there.
So what do you got for
And
bull
it's not
sheets?
always bad sheets either, Like
No,
I
it's
think that
just
things are more
bullshit.
like,
It's
this
like
is
BS.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
big BS.
Okay.
For sure.
For example.
My bullshits of the week is the clothing store Zara and their sizing.
Okay.
Have you ever been in Zara before?
I had no.
I think you have. It's at West Edmonton Mall.
Okay.
But it is a very common, big, sort of fast fashion-y store. Not my favorite place to shop, but where I'm at right now is I'm going back to work in a matter of weeks, and I need a bunch of dress clothes and work clothes quickly because a lot of mine don't fit me anymore from prior to having my baby. So I've been putting in a lot of online shopping orders and things like that, and Zara, my goodness, for being one of the biggest stores in the world, the sizing is ridiculous.
In what regard?
I will order 4 pairs of pants in the same size, the size that I think I am. 2 will be so small that they won't go above my knees, and 2 will be 5 inches too big in the waist, and they're the exact same size. The sizing, the amount...
So this isn't like Levi's.
No, there is no standardization across that place. The amount of orders I have made and then gone to the store to return and then made more orders and gone to the store to return. And I think I've ended up with 1 pair of pants and 1 blazer out of ordering like 20 total items. Like it is ridiculous. And the items, because it's like fast fashion, they used to be reasonably priced, like quite cheap. They're cheaply made items.
Fashion?
Fast fashion, yes.
What's that mean?
Fast fashion is like evil, but it is fashion that is mass produced for the most part in big workshops across like sweatshops essentially.
Cambodia.
Well, probably, yeah.
Okay.
I hope that nobody is listening to us at a sweatshop in Cambodia.
Right.
But clothing that is cheaply made in other countries.
Okay.
And so that's like any of the fast fashion brands. There's a big one called Shein, and that's like an online fast fashion brand that releases like hundreds of thousands of products a day. It's just crazy. But not great quality clothes is fast fashion. And typically I'm pretty good about thrifting or trying to find things that are sustainable or really, really good quality. But when you're on a budget and you have to get clothes quickly, it's not always an option. So I've been resorting to Zara, and it's my bullshits of the week because I'm tired of making returns. I'm very tired.
You think they'd be tired of it too?
Yeah, like why just make a pair of pants that are one size? It's beyond between styles and like everything. I ordered a suit came today. The pants were way too small. The blazer looked like I could have put 2 of me in it, and they were both the same size. It was ridiculous. And I am tired. I'm done with Zara. It taught me that I should be thrifting or looking for better options. That's my bullshits of the week.
Say no to fast fashion. Okay.
Hey, there you go. That's very real. But a lot of people can't afford to. Myself included right now.
All right. Bullshits. Starting school before the long weekend. Absolutely a trash idea. And I don't understand why. It's ridiculous. When you guys were young and you know, it's like you get ready, you do all this, and you try to get in the groove, and then bang, here comes the long weekend. Wait till the long weekend for everybody to just enjoy the long weekend and start on the Tuesday after Labor Day. Start on the Tuesday after Labor Day with all kids. It just... I understand they want to get them a head start and get all the stuff done that you...
Like the administrative, like what class you're in, where you put your stuff.
But there's probably somebody that can argue with me why it happens. But for everybody's sake, it just give them that one last weekend. Like when we were kids, we got that one last weekend. We got to go to the lake and do whatever and not really, worry about school. And then Tuesday, here it came. It just made so much sense.
Looking like this will come out at the end of the long weekend. But the weather, like you're like, oh, people want to go on vacation. They want to close out their summer. Yeah. It makes sense. For me, my only concern with when school started back in the day when I would be back to school was if it was on my birthday or not. I hated the first day of school being on my birthday because on the first day of school, the birthday charts in the classroom aren't up yet. Nobody's bringing in cupcakes. You can't do it. You don't know how many people are in your class to bring cupcakes for.
That's a really unfortunate birthday for school.
You don't get celebrated. And heaven knows I was a kid that wanted to be celebrated.
Yeah.
And also I would get really nervous. I remember always going to sleep the night before school, just being like, well, I loved school once I got there, but I was like, what class am I going to be in? Like, are the same kids I've seen for the last 10 years going to like me? Like, I don't know why I would get so nervous, but if it was my birthday too, and I was nervous, just wasn't, that was my only concern is I didn't like starting school, first day of school on my birthday. But this time of year, I get a little bit antsy and like anxious anyway. I haven't been in school since 2016 and I'm still just like, oh, back to school is coming. This year for me, it's back to work, which is even weirder.
Right. Yeah. And we will talk about that. I'm going to slip in one more good Scheetz for your mother.
Yeah.
And that is first day of school pictures online.
Yes.
She lives for that.
Yes, the little boards.
She lives for that. She is like the queen of the creepers.
Yeah.
She doesn't have an account herself. And she literally will every child that the parent posts a picture of in the Edmonton region, she has seen somehow.
She loves it. She likes celebrating the kids' first day of school pics with their little boards, with their teachers and what they're into and their cute little first day of school outfits.
Yeah.
Mom used to have us in the best first day of school
she took
outfits.
it very seriously, which is exactly why she
cares
still
about
takes
it now.
very,
she
very
was like,
seriously.
okay, you're going to show up for the year this way.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. Hair, the bangs would be curled under, be wearing the knee socks. Like it's really cute. It's cute to see the kids growing up and celebrating. Yeah. It's just the back to school season.
I want to slip one more bullshits in too while we're on the roll here. I don't know if your mom's, speaking of her, I don't know if she's comfortable with me talking about this, but you know what? I think she probably
Well,
is.
if you're hearing this, it's been approved because if otherwise it's going to be cut.
She goes to her doctor for a checkup this week, and her doctor comes in because she'd done blood work and stuff like that, and she said, "Congratulations, Karen." And she said, "What's that? You've reached, or you're done menopause, or what?"
You're in menopause.
You're in menopause. You're officially in menopause. And I'm like, what have the last 5 years been?
Well, that's perimenopause,
Oh my
which
gosh.
is actually worse, I've heard.
And I think that's why she was congratulating her.
She was frustrated. It was like on and off, and so many hormonal shifts and hair loss and hot flashes and
irritability.
It's not a fun time for a woman.
Irritability.
Well, I
Irritability.
I don't know if that had anything to do with her hormones or more to do with her husband.
I'm just throwing that one in. I don't think it's got anything to do with hormones.
Congrats to our sweet mother.
Yeah, and so what happened today?
well, former alum of the show,
Yes.
Leslie Scheetz, also known as Helen. She texted me earlier today, and because mom had let us know that she was officially in menopause, she said, maybe TMI. And we were like, no, we're happy for you. And she texted me today, and she says, oh, I'm getting a menopause ice cream cake.
And she did.
She did. It says, flow no more, happy menopause.
Flow no mo, happy menopause.
Which is, honestly, if you're going to get a menopausal woman anything, an ice cream cake is perfect.
She's just going to put her face into it.
I think we should normalize that. Like, celebrate the little wins. So congrats.
I've said it a million times, and I'll say it 1,000,001 times. There is no comparison between being a woman and being a man.
No.
There is no comparison. Like, that's why we die sooner, is because that's our one thing that we, God said, okay, well, I'm going to kill you a little quicker because
you don't have to go through the throes
you don't have to
of
go through all this
menstruation
crap
and then post-menstruation and pregnancy. It's all pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It is a crazy journey.
Exactly.
But the least you can get is an ice cream cake.
And
I think that was a very sweet daughter-in-law move.
And I think
on her part.
we'll all enjoy it.
Oh,
so.
I mean, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Heaven knows there was a little bit of. She wanted that cake too.
I don't disagree. There's your good sheets and your bull sheets this week.
Yes.
Okay. Trending this week. I know you've been waiting.
I wanted to start the show with this.
Can I start?
I guess so. I'll zip my lip for you got a minute.
The reaction of you and so many others has blown my mind. You know this. I love Taylor Swift.
Yes.
I love her. Not, obviously there's different levels of love.
Yeah, but you have a lot of respect for her.
I have tons of respect for her. I love her music. I love everything she's about. I love the fact that she's found love, but it did not change my day when I found out she was engaged. I was like, oh, that's nice. Of course she's engaged. This makes sense. But I mean, this literally, I watched, and not just you, but I watched some others who literally said it was the greatest day of their lives.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
I didn't
but
say
others
that.
have.
I think that
Why? Yeah, why?
There are a lot of, again, particularly women, of course there's men that are Swifties as well, that have been with this woman, Taylor Swift, on her journey through life, not just through love, through life since 2005. And we've seen her and heard her. She's been so honest with her lyrics about what she's going through. And I think that a lot of the times, especially growing up at the same time as her, you were going through similar things. So she wrote about heartbreak and growing up and meeting the wrong guy over and over and all these things. And you were like...
Yeah, people used to laugh at her because, she broke up with...
Joe Jonas.
Give me a name, yeah. Yeah, so she wrote a song about it.
Yeah, it was like the number one bit for the longest time was that she wrote about her boyfriend.
And it was happening.
For sure. She has never strayed away from telling us how she's feeling and what's going on with her life through her music. So we have been with our close personal friend Taylor Swift, it feels like, since 2006. Love Story. How does Love Story end? With a proposal, right? Like, baby, just say yes. That was her first huge hit. And now, looking forward, legitimately 20 years later, she has found the guy that has... The fact that she has never been engaged before is crazy, just considering her life and how amazing she is. But she waited it out, and when you know, I think. And so seeing her truly happy, and I think a big part of it for me was her being happy and wanting to share that. I kind of assumed when I saw especially the New Heights podcast with Taylor on that show, I was like, oh yeah, this is endgame. She is going to end up with this guy. I didn't think we were going to find out about it. I thought it was going to be like...
Oh, I told you, a podcast recently, I said we'll find out they got married a week ago somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, or like they've been married for a long time and we just never found out, or she just have a ring one day. But the fact that I opened up Instagram like it was someone I knew and saw a collab post between her and Killa Trav, which is ridiculous that that's his handle, like a beautiful engagement shoot, but honestly just like kind of normal, really normal. It was such a normal way to find out, and for her to kind of let us into that, she wanted everyone to know and celebrate. And so for her to feel safe and happy and want to share with the world that this has happened to her, it's just it was just so emotional. And I didn't think I was going to care as much as I did, but when I saw it, I was tearing up, and I couldn't stop because Renato came upstairs and thought something had gone horribly wrong, but I was just really happy. And not that getting engaged is the number one accomplishment in the world. There's so many bigger things that you can do and so many bigger things that she has already done. She's had the world's biggest tour of all time. She bought her music back. She's done so many different things. She's donated across the world to charities, but it's nice to see her have this moment and just like seem like she's truly happy.
You know what? And she has the ability to make you and millions of other people believe that she's their best friend. Like it was like your reaction if your best friend, you found
really
out
felt
that
like
your best friend that you know has been trying and finding, waiting and waiting and waiting and has found that perfect partner.
Yes.
And it's just perfect, right?
And just knowing that she's happy and knowing that she's wanted this. Like it's been a theme of her songs for so long.
Yeah.
This like big fairy tale love moment, and it's just a tight end football player is also the funny thing. She's dated all these high profile musicians and actors, and he just seems like this guy. But
and what was the line? When your what teacher and your what teacher?
When your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married, which is just so funny. And now it's kind of opened up this conversation of like, are you the English teacher or are you the gym teacher? Someone says, no, I'm the art teacher.
Right.
There's all these things, but in Renato and I's relationship, we know about the words he uses on the podcast. I'm the gym teacher in that case. 100%. But I am so happy for them. I don't want to push my luck, but I hope that we also get wedding content when it happens. Like, I want to see that. But we might, who knows?
I'm sure.
I'm happy for their families, too. Well, I think that they're just, they seem like a great fit.
Her dad told the story, right? Like, he told the story about the engagement or whatever.
His dad.
Or his dad,
Ed
sorry.
Kelsey.
Yeah, Ed Kelsey.
Which is so crazy. Like, he just went on, somebody asked him for an interview at a news, and he was like, okay. Yeah. And then he kind of broke the story, which is unheard of. Like, Taylor Swift prior, so much stuff was kept so under wraps. But then there's just this grandpa, just like, they've been engaged for a couple weeks. Here's where they got engaged. Like, all these details that Swifties are dying to know. Just Ed Kelsey sharing it on the news is so, it means that obviously she has a lot of trust in the whole family as well. But it was really, really exciting.
And it was we laughed out loud, your mom and I, because we were driving and we're listening to the radio and somebody in the news, and they said, and Donald Trump, take runs at him a lot, but he even said, yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, she's a good person. Congratulations to them.
Which is, again, he's bashed Taylor Swift actively, especially throughout when he was running for president. It was like a big part of his campaign was how much he hated her. So I don't know what is going on with him.
But I mean, you can't even he had to say, yeah, that's pretty.
His heart grew 3 sizes when he opened his Instagram and saw the English teacher was marrying the gym teacher. I just know that Taylor Swift came up with that caption and she was laughing to herself. It is taken the world by storm. I've heard that people like other social media managers in the industry and different things stopped their posts because they woke up and said, oh no, nothing else is happening today. Like, it truly broke the internet. Paid campaigns stopped. Nobody posted any big things on the internet.
Everything I saw, everywhere I saw it.
It broke the internet. Yeah. And I don't think that's why she did it, though. I think she just really wanted to share it. And another tidbit that came out because everybody put together the clues from what Ed Kelsey said was that they were setting up the proposal while she was doing the New Heights podcast. So Taylor and Travis were in their house online with Jason. Travis had hired a bunch of people to set up the beautiful flowers, and the engagement happened immediately after. And Swifties put it together because in the photos, you can see the mark where her headphones were. So like in the photos, there's a headphone mark in the engagement photos. So it was like, oh, she went straight from the podcast to getting engaged. So it's even fun watching that podcast back and being like, Travis knew he was proposing right after this. So,
okay. So if you see a picture of me and eating a bison burger, you'll know that I had it shortly after.
Because you have the headphone marks.
I'll have the headphone marks
exactly
on my head.
It's kind of the same thing.
Awesome. All right. Well, congratulations to them. And you're the way, again, I understand why people love her, and I'm all for it because there's not enough good in this world, and I think she's good, and she represents good, and this story represents good, and so I love it. But thank you for explaining why I saw people freaking out.
In her song 15, she says, in your life, you'll do things greater than dating the boy on the football team. And she did a lot of greater things than that. Yeah. But now she's coming around and she's marrying the guy on the football team. It's just all the parallels in the lyrics of her life and stuff. It's a really, really special moment for her and me as well.
I can tell. All right, let's talk about Londonderry Dodge, shall
Yes.
we? Our great friends at Londonderry, again, whether you're blasting a Taylor Swift song or anything else on your radio in your vehicle, whether you're driving a Jeep Wrangler like I am, and I told last episode, I said top was going to be off, and it's off. I'm driving it. I drove it this morning at like 7:30 with the top off.
And that it was room temperature.
I loved it. Yeah, exactly. And I just love that Wrangler from Londonderry Dodge. Again, they've got a great selection, and they'll give you the best price. Tell them Talking Scheetz sent you. You're driving the
Jeep Compass Trailhawk.
Yeah.
And today when I was running around, running some errands, I searched on Spotify Taylor Swift love songs, and I put it in, and it sounded good in the car. And I was just listening to all her love songs, being happy for her in my Londonderry Dodge with the sunroof open.
Yeah.
It's sunroof front to back. It's perfect for this time of year. It's just a great vehicle.
And it's got nothing to do with the Londonderry Dodge vehicle that you're driving, but you had to put a little bit of air in. I think it's because of the hot weather.
Yeah, but
right?
I learned.
Because it told you.
Yeah, I definitely have driven on flat tires before. I was telling Renato that, but nobody's ever told. Like I am unaware. But immediately, as soon as I turned it on, it said your left tire is a little bit low. It said the PSI number. It was perfect. So I just drove, put some air in, and it's been good. But yeah, I can't imagine how many almost flat tires I've driven on when they didn't have that sensor. Because heaven knows I don't have the sensor. Smart vehicles these days. It is really, really, really cool.
Londonderry Dodge, again, Raylene and the staff at the service department, you'll give you $10 off an oil change. Get that done before, of course, fall comes. Makes complete sense. And tell them Talking Scheetz sent you at Londonderry Dodge. We're going to do something called Community Corner occasionally, too, on this show because we both care about our community, and we've got a whole bunch of different things going on. We just finished having our, for Alberta Dreams, the charity that I'm honored to work for. We had our golf tournament at the Glendale, and it went incredibly well, and it was hot, but it was great, and thousands of dollars was raised for Alberta Dreams to deliver dreams to chronically and seriously ill children, so that was awesome. But some of the other things that I've got going on, I want to give kind of a little bit of love to. I'm hosting and doing some events. For example, on October 2nd at the Westview Health Foundation Fall Fundraiser at Sparrow Lane. Sparrow Lane.
We love Sparrow Lane.
Sparrow
Beautiful
Lane.
place.
Yes, it's out in the country, just west of the city in Parkland County, and it is a beautiful venue, and these are beautiful people. Beautiful people. And Westview Health Foundation does some fantastic things, and there's going to be some awards handed out that night, and I'm really looking forward to that event. The Josephburg Chicken Dinner on October 25th.
That sounds like my kind of
Now, here's the thing. This is like going to be me going back to my stomping grounds because years ago, I think your brother was 5, you were probably 7. We did the Josephburg Chicken Dinner. I hosted it. And at that time, we had Carter's Question on the radio. And I remember a bunch of girls about 10 years old found out Carter was there. And they chased him, squealing, into the boys' bathroom. It was the boys' or men's bathroom or whatever, because these girls all wanted autographs.
From Carter's Question.
From Carter's
He
Question.
was hiding with the chickens.
Exactly. So here we go. We're going back to this event at Josephburg. Again, there's tickets available now, and it's just going to be a great fundraiser for Josephburg. Love those folks. October 25th. I'd love to bring Carter there to sign autographs. We'll see.
Yeah, he'll be hiding he wouldn't hide in the bathroom now.
Well,
He'd be excited.
He probably still would. On November 1st, the PCCS Pembina Crisis Connection Society is having an event in Drayton Valley, and it's an unforgettable evening. It's called the Purple Lights Gala. I'll be hosting it. It's a night of connection, community, and compassion, a dinner, dancing, silent auction, and more, all support of ending gender-based violence, which is an incredibly, sad thing that happens, but they've got this fundraiser happening, so if you're in the Drayton Valley area, we'd love for you to come. Again, you can just Google it and find tickets for that event as well, and those are some of the things that are kind of coming up in my little world that I'm hosting. And again, if you want more information, you can just go to chrisscheetz.ca.
You're going all over Alberta here.
I will be.
Events.
I will be going all over. Yeah, exactly. And there's more great things to come as well that we'll be talking about as things go on. You know what? Let's go to the mailbag now.
Okay.
I think this is probably an important, probably a good way of ending it. Yeah, go ahead. You can read it.
Yeah, we get all kinds of we get all kinds of interesting messages on the Talking Scheetz Instagram, Facebook, TikTok even, and we're just looking for different ways to share it because there's so many cool Scheetz heads that reach out to us with different requests or questions. Maybe we'll be giving some advice a little bit later on.
Ouch. Okay.
But this is just one message we got this week that I thought this is perfect timing. We should definitely do this week as we're talking about back to school a little bit. So this is from Jessica. She said, "Hey guys, when Chris was on the radio, every year he would read his first day of school poem. It always made me cry as it reminds me about my kids and how much school changed our lives. I was wondering if he could read it on the pod." So stealing some radio content today. What do you think about that? I did copy and paste it here.
Yeah. You know what? Again, the story of that was when your baby is always your baby.
Yeah. And as someone who no longer has a baby, but a toddler, she's still my baby every day.
But I even mean like when you went to school, your first day of school, because you were the oldest, that was traumatic for us because we just loved having you both at home, and it was traumatic. But then when your youngest goes to school.
Oh, you mean the baby?
Or your youngest graduates, right? It's like it's kind of the end of an era in some respects. So I remember watching Care when Carter was going to school, and I was kind of driving to work, and I just kind of thought of something, and as soon as I got to work, I wrote it down, and as was it Jessica? Jessica mentioned, I kind of read it every year. Right around the first day of school, which you never know what the first day of school was. Sometimes it was the Wednesday.
Now that it's moving up before the long weekend,
Bullshit.
He's gonna read this with anger in his voice because some kids are already back at school. Yeah.
So here it is for Jessica and everybody else that needs to hear it. Today, life changed forever in our quiet 3-bedroom home because our baby boy went to school for the first time on his own. His mom spent hours getting him ready for this very special day. Everything now has his name on it because it's supposed to be that way. Like a pregame speech from a coach, all the things he should abide. Son, always say please and thank you. And remember, don't take a pee when you're outside. I do feel sorry for his mom today. I can see it in her forced smile. She's not quite ready to give him up. Can't he stay her baby for a while? Mom's had his heart entirely for the last 5 years. And now she has to share him, and it's caused some hidden tears. She knows that it's a part of life and he'll make her oh so proud, but today she's not that excited, and I guess that she's allowed. Others wonder why she isn't happy. It's time for relaxation mode, but she sits all day by the window, waiting for his bus to come down the road.
And now he still lives not even down the road. She was so sad for so long.
Now he lives 350 feet away. And
it is a beautiful poem.
Yeah.
I think maybe you should tap back into your poet self. That's great.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm no Josie.
You're Josie Balka, friend of the show. Josie, come on our show.
Yeah.
She is maybe you should be doing poems on TikTok.
She's the queen. She is the queen of the poem.
She's very good at it.
For sure. Yeah. I don't, anyway, that's kind of the way I think that a lot of us feel and felt when the little ones leave.
For sure.
I know sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, it's like, let summer end, let him go back. But we never felt that way.
No, and I can't even process what it will be like to send Leona to school.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling the reverse of that, going back to work and leaving her for the first time, because it's just been her and I every day for the last year, no matter what. Like, I haven't left her for a very long time. So thinking about going back to work is kind of like, that's why I have the back to school anxiety. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But it is an exciting time of year too. It was good. Yeah. I'm glad we went to school. I'm glad you sent us.
I'm glad we sent you to school too. School has got you able to edit and put all this stuff together for us, right? So that's the good news. I think that's it. That's the show for this week. Have a great first full week of back to school. Happy birthday, Bailey. Yes. 31 years old. Reach out.
Not going to cry, right? Not going to cry.
Not going to cry.
Not going to cry on my birthday.
We're not going to do it. We just can't. We sweat all of our tears out.
I like to call birthdays Diva days because it's like, that's when you get to really diva out. And the ultimate diva move is crying. Yeah. But I'm hoping not this year.
And now that we've had our diva day with your daughter's birthday.
I think I put all my energy into her diva day. People have been texting me like, oh, are we going for dinner? Are we doing anything? No. I already planned a Pink Pony Club party, and it took everything I have. I just want to order some pizza and stay at home. Happy September. That's crazy.
Yeah. As long as we have a Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
We're going to get menopause cake and then maybe birthday cake in a couple days.
First plug's free.
Dairy Queen sponsor us. That'd be amazing.
Even when we got nothing to talk about, there's nowhere I'd rather be. there's something about you and me just sitting around talking sheets.